Hi guys. That was gay. All right. What's going on, guys? Shemai or Vexing, you call me whatever you want. I'm going to do a tutorial since I've watched multiple pubs scrims on people doing their 90s and doing them incorrectly or just doing them inefficiently. This video is meant to help players that are in advanced pro league, most likely, even players who are brand new to the game. I'm gonna demonstrate 180s, 90s, and what to do and what not to do, such as jumping on the fifth jump as well as spamming 90s. I'm gonna begin with my 90s. I do this combo most of the time when I'm in scrim. I do 2 spider 90s or meteor 90s, a round 90, and a mongrel 90. That allows me to resist any form of jump fatigue that would cause against me. I also like doing just normal round 90s. I call these round 90s. You round out anything you're doing. I'm just gonna go down the list of how you should and should not be doing 90s. There's certain 90s that you can do, and most likely are used because they can be fortified. There is round 90s, just as I said before. You can fortify it with an extra layer with a wall beneath. You can do, I believe mongrel 90s are normal 90s, but just from left to right, rounding out the opposite direction. I'll demonstrate that. Instead of going this way, you'll come out from here and come out this way. It's a lot easier if I show you. I'm not very good at them, but Imperious Mongrel is. I don't believe these are called Mongrel 90s, but it's better if you had a higher sensitivity. And there's round 90s, and my personal favorite, people call them Meteor 90s. 90s without the left. These are probably the most advanced 90s in the entire game, and I highly recommend them if you're getting very good at 90s. And what I mean by very good at 90s is that you're not wasting the extra mat. When you bring up this 90, you're gonna have to use that mat right there. So it's not cost efficient. It's it's equivalent to doing normal 90s. In fact, if you do normal 90s correctly, you wouldn't have this wall right here. I don't use this 90 very often, so in most cases that appears right there. You do not want that because that extra mat could cost you your life. Building a wall is very crucial in the game, and even building any other material is dependent on your life and your skill. I can do 90s where I can use pyramids, such as, I'm pretty sure you go like this, do this, and continue your 90s. You can also do that when you're double ramping, but I'll save that for a different video because I'm gonna teach y'all how to gain, retake, and press your high ground in a different video. But I'm gonna give you general tips and tricks on what you should do, beginning with I say around, for every jump I call that a P. For every P you jump, for every 90 you jump, it's gonna cause jump fatigue. By jump fatigue, oh my bad, I don't have jump fatigue on, but just for demonstration purposes, if I were to do the third one, I get stuck beneath my floor like this, or fourth one, most likely, Jesus Christ, I get stuck, okay, I get stuck underneath my floor, and what most players call is Harry Potter. It'll throw you underneath here and you'll be stuck. This wastes time and is very inefficient to whenever you want to do a 90. 90's purposes are for high ground, so whenever you do them, you most likely want to be on top of your enemy, not below them. Number one tip is walk out your fourth or third jump. What I mean by that is that, just as I demonstrated, you'll Harry Potter yourself most likely on your fourth one, so putting a ramp right here reduces all jump fatigue, and you're allowed to continue your 90s again. Doing these 90s again and again, learning this combo. Probably one of the most basic in the entire game, but probably one of the most sufficient in the entire game. That's the first 90s. Very basic, easy for you to learn. I'm gonna demonstrate my second tip, which is do not, and I say this, do not perform 90s upon getting shot. When you get shot, your first thing you want to do is impact and just put a wall right here. That's natural reaction, but I don't want you to start building a mansion or freaking hotel Transylvania for no reason. 90s are a way to get high ground, not a way to protect yourself. Fortifying a ramp such like this, or doing double floor, double wall, double ramp, are also sufficient ways of covering yourself. There's a lot more widened area, and it's covered by whatever material you choose to build out of. For my second 90s that I have, I showed you multiple ones. You can do these 90s. I'm gonna run that in slow motion so you guys understand what that is. Run around, do my ramp out, floor ramp, floor wall, hug, and turn to the right side. You're gonna either depict from here and wrap around, do this. You can do it like this, but that's insanely hard to do with my sensitivity. If you're on console, I recommend when doing 90s, you have at least like a 6 building sensitivity to the highest if you want to be efficient at it. Even lower will cause you to go and say, well, see how that cast me out? Exactly what I was talking about. Your 4th jump will most likely throw you out. That's if you're barely starting out 90s. But if you're used to 90s, the same way I am, you won't get caught underneath your building pretty much at all. 3, 4. Those are the hardest 90s in the game, and even I don't get caught underneath them. I'm going to perform... I just showed you left to right, and then round 90s. Round 90s are like this. This is a round 90. They also look like that. In fact, if you've been playing for a while, you should know the degree rule, which is 90 degrees are faster, 180s are worse. 180s when you turn completely around, bring this wall up, floor, ramp. This is a 180. That's a 180, except it's more fortified. You can see how it goes from looking this direction and pulling out that direction. This goes in this direction, pulls out that direction. This wall right here, this decreases momentum. When you slap against this wall, say you're knighting and you're pulling right here, and you slap against this wall, all the momentum's gone. You're gonna have to run again. So when I come out this way and I just flick upwards, this wall ain't here to stop me, but I'm still hugging this side of the ramp, so I still have that momentum I'm carrying. That's how we decrease your jump fatigue and decrease the overall amount of, or just increase the amount of speed you receive. I'm gonna teach you how to do round 90s, mongrel 90s. There's Nikkei 90s, which I suck at, but they're also very useful. Pretty sure they're just normal round 90s without this. So there's no jump fatigue. They're slower than any other 90 in the game, but they have no jump fatigue, so you can do them like a 1x1. That's all for beginners. If you're a beginner, I recommend getting out and just start doing the 90s right now. But for intermediates, I'm going to show you another way to perform 90s out of build battles. Say I'm crashing with this player. He puts a ramp over me, or a pyramid over me. You're like this. You want a double ramp, he's got you trapped. You hug outside this wall, you break this ramp, and now you're double ramping. And you wonder, what am I going to do? Perform a 180? Be slower? Because he's probably spamming 90s right here. What I usually do... I screwed that up. Okay. This is usually what I do. Put a ramp right... pyramid right here. Put it above me. Turn around. This is safeguarding. You completely protect yourself. If he gets above you, and he builds, I believe, like... It's probably like high ground right here. He's right above you. And you're right below him. You'll be perfectly safe to just... And you can double ramp from there. But I don't recommend doing that. What I usually do is when he's looking up here, I just... Easy way. Easy way. For intermediates, I believe this 90 is what I should be working on. Just shake 90s. Just shaking your point of view back and forth. You can do it. It's not... If you're highly... If you have like 50 ping every game, I recommend that. Shaking it allows you to place the wall where your ping may have screwed up on. For advanced, that's really all I have to say. For intermediates, when you're intermediate at 90s, there's nothing else to teach you besides the hard things you have to do at advanced level 90s. I recommend at this level of building, you should really, really, really invest in timing yourself on how you do your 90s. Learning to time yourself allow you to see how fast you're getting at 90s and what level. I say around from ground level up 6 stories. That's what to 3. Okay, my name math. Time yourself. I say around 15 Let's see how fast I can do them. Let's just start doing them right here. Okay. Okay, I'm a bot. Okay, Jesus Christ, I suck in my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either around 5 seconds, that high. Say around 5 seconds to how fast it took me to get all the way up there. With those 90s, they're fairly fast. Let me count myself. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's around like 5 seconds. I did the... No, that's around like 7 seconds because I screwed up. It's around 7. 7 to get 6 stories high. You won't see the difference until you actually do them against the player. What I mean by that is I probably show some footage of me build battling people. Or if you checked out my previous video of me 1v1ing somebody, I used these 90s. Most of the time I had low ground. It's just the way my playstyle is against better players. Against better players, I sit at the bottom. So when the player starts... Okay, ping, you can sincerely screw off. When players just begin to ring out their 90s, they say they have high ground, they want to maintain it, so they start doing 90s. If you're right here, below this person, and you're like, you know what, screw this dude, just go boom, hit him right here, and just double ramp out the side. That person has nothing else to do besides turn around and start protecting themselves. That causes them to turtle up and allow you to do your 90s. This is high ground retake that I recommend you doing. High ground is not important anymore. High ground peaks are horrible. What I mean by that is if you're up here and some dude's just going out here and he's right here, he's looking at you. Okay, he's looking at you from the third person angle. He can't get shot from over here. If he looks right here and he goes boom, his head shows up here. The amount of pellets he's gonna hit on you is more than the pellets you're gonna hit on him, unless you're using an AR. But nobody's that good of aim. I'm gonna teach you how to do Meteor 90s. Very simple. Very, very simple. Hug the left or right side. Left 90s are faster, in my opinion, just the way I feel about it. Hugging the left side of this ramp. Click that wall. Click that wall right here. And it's dragging it up. Just drag up the 2 walls. The moment you get this wall right here, the floor right here, ramp. Okay, I'm horrible at this game. That. It's not that hard. Pull up, floor, ramp. Pull up, floor, ramp. Pull up, floor, ramp. I'll do succession so it's a lot easier to witness. I have my no board, which shows my what binds I'm pressing and the movement of my mouse. If you're on controller, just look at the mouse if you're looking at thumbstick. And my W is forward, A is left, D is right, and S is backwards. If you're on console, I recommend like a 6 sensitivity, or not a 6 sensitivity, like a 7 sensitivity, like 0.7 for building sense for these kind of 90s. They're very rigorous whenever you want to do them, so you have to drag up and down really quick. If you're slow at it, it's gonna screw you over. It's gonna constantly force you underneath. Okay. Just subscribe to me. Good. Okay, I'm live right now. Vincent Mendoza subscribed. Oh wow. What a male. Hi, Vincent. Continuing. That's what I'll have to say. Knives in this game aren't very different. They're just small things. Like, those pretty much the same thing without that wall. You can do... I believe this is a 90. This. I forgot how to do them, but you're able to do some with pyramids. No, you have to do it like this. Yeah, that's why. This is a 90 also. That's a format. I think that's the hardest to do in the game. Just simply because it requires so much. It's completely on a different level. It's not faster. In fact, it's slower than this 90. But it's just another way to do 90s if you are more comfortable with that. I don't know if console players like that more. I play on PC mainly because better. Don't at me. Saul. I recommend practicing every single day. Going to edit courses. Other courses that can help you, like warm-up courses, learning 90s. Learning this. Left to right 90s. Oh no, it's right to left 90s. Turn right, drag to left, floor ramp. Turn right, drag to left, floor ramp. Also, for advanced players, I recommend once you got good at every single one of them, what I mean by getting good at 90s is that you can do the fourth one without getting underneath your ramp. In fact, doing a fifth one is something you should be able to do at your level of doing 90s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No jump fatigue at all. Doing Nikkei 90s is really useless unless you're trying to combo with other 90s. What I mean by comboing is, say, 1 spider 90, 1 round 90, 1 mongrel 90, and 2 Nikkei 90s. So I can't do Nikkei 90s, but you get what I'm saying. 2 Nikkei 90s to get rid of your... Say 1 spider 90, 3 spider 90s, 1 round, 1 mongrel, and then a Nikkei 90. Now you got rid of jump fatigue, you can continue doing your 90s, and just resume. That's a combo. Spider, spider, round, right to left, and a Nikkei. Combine those two makes your lack of skill. If you suck at movement in this game, if you find yourself stumbling off the edge of build battles a lot of times, or just screwing up your 90s, I recommend doing combos. If you're just horrible at doing spider 90s, you can combine a spider 90 at the beginning with a couple other 90s. Or you can do, if you want to raise your sense, or if you have a high sense in general, shaking it makes it easier. There's also what I like to call 1x1 90s, which is dragging it all over there, but a higher sensitivity is recommended for that. See, I can't do it. I don't get the wall that high. I end up putting forward me because you have to be completely straight for it to work. I end up doing that wrong. This wall is a curse. This is the primitive 90. Sucks. Always remember that this 90 sucks. If you think that if you're sufficing with this 90, you can't get better, I'm going to show some clips of me 1v1ing other players using various forms of 90s. Most of the time I'm using spider 90s because they're better, and because the people at the score are kind of, you know, decently good. It's just the way things are. I can't use normal 90s and go right here. Actually, I can. My normal 90s are most likely faster than everybody else's 90s. It's cool. Feels bad, man. Yeah, that's all. That's all I have to say on tips and tricks for doing 90s in general. If you didn't catch all this, because I know I'm a fast talker, you can just rewind it back, like, the entire edit, because, you know what I'm saying. I'm just going to roll some clips, you know. Just shut up, Jamal.